Waves 1170.
1170 AM. It's Sunday night in the Caribbean, man. Hubert McIntosh is a member of the Society for Financial Awareness, and he's the man.
Financial literacy provided by Hubert McIntosh,
CPA.
Financial literacy. Control your financial status.
Here's your host, Hubert McIntosh, CPA.
Good Sunday evening to you. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. This is Hubert McIntosh, your CPA, a member of SOFA, the Society for Financial Awareness, with one mission, one goal, to help eradicate financial illiteracy in America, one community at a time. And I've joined with SOFA so I can bring that to this community. So thanks again for joining us. I hope you had a great week. Last week we spoke about long-term care, and I know the feedback we have gotten throughout the week and during the program, it was not a very comforting topic. Talking about long-term care is never very comforting because sometimes we just don't want to see ourselves in such debilitating position. So it's never a topic that's welcome, but it is something that none of us can escape if we live long. If we live long, whether it's 60, 65, 70. And as last week I shared with you that it's not necessary, long-term care is just not necessarily for the elderly. You know, you have people who are 30s, in their 40s, going through long-term care. So there are exceptions there. But as it concerns the elderly, as we age, our bones get weaker and our mind gets weaker also. So you find that as a long-term care is not just a physical limitation, it's also a cognitive limitation. So that's what we spoke about last week. This week, we're going to explain. Tonight's program is Social Security Explained. Yes, Social Security Explained. There's some confusion out there regarding Social Security. And next week, you can mark your calendar for this, June the 11th. Next week, we're going to talk about Medicare and you. So next week is Medicare. This week is Social Security. Last week was long-term care. And as we get into it, you're going to see they all intertwine with each other. And so ends part of the confusion because it's intertwined. So one thinks that, well, one is going to supplement the other. But we're going to clear up some of those confusion. So thank you for joining us. You have us on Sunday nights from 9 to 10 p.m. But you have us for 24/7. Yes, we have a website, financialliteracy.info. You can go on there. You can join from there. A direct link from there to Facebook, direct link to Twitter. You can tweet us. You can make comments. We will be responding to you. On Facebook, you can like us. Yes, we would appreciate you liking the page, because once you like the page, it will help the search engine to find us, and hence more people like yourself could get the education where we can help to get rid of that financial illiteracy. So thanks again for joining us. You also have a direct line to me, 754-366-7311. 366-7311. You can text, you can call, you can leave. If you don't get me directly, you can leave a message, and I promise you that I'll get back to you within 24 to 48 hours. Okay? You can also email us, support@financialliteracy.info. Yes, support@financialliteracy.info. You can email us your questions, your comments, your feedback, whatever is on your mind. So share with us, because as you share with us, it will help us to serve you better. Because this program is about you, and we want to serve you. And if we know how we can serve you better, then that is our goal, because our goal and our aim is to please you. So tonight we're gonna dive into Social Security. So let's talk about it. What is Social Security? Social Security, the name has changed over the years. When it was originally, it was basically OASDI. Yeah, that was the program, or the official program name, OASDI, which is Old Age Survivors and Disability Insurance Program. So if you listen to that, Old Age Survivors and Disability Insurance Program for U.S. citizens and residents. And it includes retirement benefits, disability benefits, survivors benefits, lump sum death benefit. So just hearing that definition alone, with you hearing retirement benefits, disability benefits, survivors benefits, lump sum benefits, sometimes one could get caught up into thinking, well, oh my gosh, if Social Security provides so much benefits, then I don't really need anything else. Oh my gosh. That is the biggest myth. That is the biggest confusion that we hope to clear up tonight. Social Security was established. The main purpose, believe this or not, the main purpose that Social Security was established was to prevent poverty. Think about that. Social Security was established to prevent poverty. Wow. Are you thinking on that? It was established to prevent poverty. So, do you see what is happening if your retirement plan is based on Social Security? All you're doing, if that is your retirement plan, is to help you not to reach the poverty level. So ask yourself that question. You work so hard, you work 30, 40 years, and your retirement is going to be based on something to help you prevent poverty. Stop and think about that for a minute. The poverty level in America is $11,440 per year, not per month. $11,440. That's just under $8,000. Do you realize that's not even $1,000 per month? That's under $1,000 per month. So think on this. If your retirement plan is just to get over the poverty line, and you're getting $1,000 for Social Security, ask yourself this question. Where are you going to live? How many places can you live with an income of $1,000 per month? Think about that for a minute. This is what we are up against. So as we go further into the program, we're going to speak about how does one qualify and so forth, and some of the limitation. But I just want to lay the foundation and establish it up front, pointing out that it was established to avoid poverty. To avoid poverty. Wow. So basically, how is Social Security financed? This is also another debatable topic. How is Social Security financed? You know, under the Federal Insurance Contribution Act, that's FICA, you know, every wage earner in America pays FICA. So what that is right now, FICA is 6.2% of your wage. So if you're earning $100, 6.2% of that is $6.20, and you know, if it's $1,000, then it's $62. So that is what one is paying into FICA, into Social Security. That's how Social Security is financed. The cap for Social Security in 2016, the cap is $118,000. Was $118,500. I think it went up a little for 2017. I don't have the exact number, but for 2016, the cap was $118,500. So what do we mean by a cap? What do we mean by a cap? The cap simply means that you're going to be taxed Social Security up to amounts of $118,500. So if someone earns, for easy calculation, say if someone is earning $120,000 a year, then they're only going to be paying FICA up to $118,500. Then that would be 6.2% of the $118,500. The extra $1,500 that makes up the $120,000 is not taxed as FICA. So why do I say that is controversial? It's controversial in the sense that currently the Social Security Trust Fund is operating at a deficit. So what's the controversial part? So ask yourself this question. Why is it capped at $118,500? You know, ask yourself that question. The person who makes $200,000, they're only contributing to Social Security for $118,500. The person who makes $1 million a year, they're only contributing up to the first $118,000. So the person who makes 10 million, 20 million, 30 million, 40 million, whatever it is, that number over $118,500, that person is not contributing past $118,500 for Social Security. So that is one of the controversial topic in the sense where you ask yourself, so who was this law made for? Who was it made for? Because if people who makes more than $118,000 is not contributing, then you ask yourself, who does this law benefit? Yep. So how is it, it's finance, like for instance, so as an employee, 6.2% is deducted from your salary. And if you're a self-employed person, then you're now the self-employed, you're the employee and the employer, because the employer matches 6.2%. So if you're a W-2 wage earner, then 6.2% is deducted from your salary, and then your employer matches it 6.2%. So that's how it's mostly funded. Okay, I hope that has helped clear up some of that part for you. So you may ask yourself, how many beneficiaries receive Social Security? How many people are really receiving Social Security? You hear so much news about Social Security where the Social Security Trust Fund is running out. Are people actually getting benefits? It's a legit question. But I'm here to tell you, And in the summary, in June 2015, approximately, just using June 2015, 42.5 million people. Yeah, I didn't stutter. Yeah, you did not hear incorrectly. 42.5 million people retired workers, family members. 42.5 million retired workers and family members receive benefits. 42.5 million. 42. Yeah. So you ask yourself, what is causing this trust fund to be so depleted? I just told you 42.5 million people receive benefit. 11 million disabled workers and family members receive benefit. In June 2015, we're just using one date just to give you an example. So 42.5 million received Social Security benefit. 11 million received disability. And 6.1 million survivors of deceased workers. So you ask yourself this question. If so many people are getting benefit from this trust fund, but so little money is going into it. Because people who makes more than 118,000, they get a free break, if you want to call it. And that's probably a controversial topic, because someone may say, what do you mean they get a free break? I don't know. It's a debatable topic where it's a matter of opinion. One person may differ. So as we go into it further, we're gonna explain the eligibility and so forth. But I just want to remind you, this is Hubert McIntosh, your CPA, a member of SOFA. SOFA, the Society for Financial Awareness, with one goal, one mission: to help eradicate financial illiteracy in America, one community at a time. And I've joined with SOFA so I can bring it to this community. We're on Sunday nights, 9 to 10 p.m., but you have 24/7 access to us. It's not just Sunday nights you have. We have a direct line, 754-366-7311, 754-366-7311. You can join us on the web, financialliteracy.info, financialliteracy.info. You can go there. You can get a direct link to Facebook, direct link to Twitter. You can tweet us. You can email us, support@financialliteracy.info, support@financialliteracy.info. So we thank you for joining us. And as I always remind you, it's Sunday night. We are in Sunday school. So I hope you have gotten your pen. I hope you have gotten your pencils and gotten your paper, because we're going to give you some numbers so that you can make a note of. Okay? So thank you. Thanks again. So who is eligible for retirement benefits? Eligibility is based on credits earned. Workers must earn a total of 40 credits over their lifetime. A limit of 4 credits can be earned annually. I'm not sure if that is confusing, but let's think about it. 40 credits over your lifetime. A limit of 4 credits can be earned annually. That breaks down to where in 10 years, if someone works 10 years, then they are eligible for Social Security, because you're limited to 4 credits per year. You cannot earn more than 4 credits per year, okay? So that ends the 40. Sometimes you'll hear someone talk about 40 credits. They're talking about 4 credits per year and 10 years. And the income that must be earned each of those years, it's $1,160 of qualified income equal 1 credit. $1,160 of qualified income equal 1 credit. So to get 4 credits, you have to have income totaling $4,640 per year. So just make a note of that. That's just to let you get an idea of what the income eligibility for. Okay. Recent what else is happening there is what are the social security benefits amount. Oh my gosh, it is so confusing that most people don't know this. So as you take your pen and take your paper and you make these notes, what I'm gonna share with you is gonna put you in the top 10 percentile. Yeah, 90% of people don't know what I'm about to share with you. So make sure you get your pen, make sure you get your paper, because you are going into the top 10% percentile. Yes, that's what that's what we're gonna share with you now. Benefit amount known is, it's called, you may hear PIA. PIA, P-I-A. It's an abbreviation. Primary insurance amount. Yeah, primary insurance amount. So what that is, when individuals initially become eligible for Social Security or disability benefits, the amount they received is a normal. So that's why you'll hear primary insurance amount, because it's going to calculate each person as their own PIA. PIA is not one size fits all. It's a calculation. So each person PIA will be different. And here's the formula. Get ready, because this formula is gonna separate you from the rest of America. You're gonna be in the top 10 percentile. So here we go. You ready? Here we go. 90% of the first $856 of average monthly earnings. Oh my God, that sounds like a tongue twister, but I'm gonna explain it to you. 90% of the first $856 of average monthly earnings. What that is, it takes your highest 40 years. Yeah, 35 years. Sorry, the 40 is the 40 credits. But it takes your highest 35 years in income. If you work in this country for 35 years, it takes the highest 35 years. So look at it this way. If you only work 20 years, what it's going to do, it's still going to divide it by 35 years. So it's the 35 years times 12, which are the months. So what are you going to get that? If you take 30 times 12, that's 360. Then 5 times 12, that's 60. So it's 420 months. Yeah, we're giving you the education. I know this, a lot of this may sound boring to you. It may, but let me tell you, when you write this down and you start calculating your numbers, you're going to have a very good idea. Instead of just, you get this statement from the Social Security and you get this statement and you have no clue, you just accept the amount. With the education I am providing you tonight, you don't have to just accept the amount. You can start doing a little calculation for yourself. So how do we get average monthly earnings? Let's come back again. So your total income over the years. So as I said, we're using 35 years. So if it's 20 years, 30 years, or whatever it is, then your gross wages over that period of time will be divided by $420. So that's what you're going to call average monthly earnings. So the calculation goes 90% of the first $856 of average monthly earnings. That's just the first part of the calculation. But here's the reality. Here's the reality. If your average income over that period of time is $856 monthly, and you may wonder, yeah, but I worked more than that per month. Yeah, but remember, we're going to use the calculation of 420 months. So it's not necessarily what you earn each month. It's the average what you earned over that 35-year period. So if you only work for 20 years, you're still gonna get the calculation for 420, which is over 420 months. And that is where the confusion is, where sometimes people will work and they'll wonder, oh my gosh, why is my Social Security check so low? Why is it so low? It's because of the formula. And a lot of people, as a CPA, let me tell you what I see happening, where a lot of times people are earning money. And this one I'm talking about to the self-employed people. Sometimes that self-employed person does not contribute. They minimize their income. So say they make $4,000 a month, just using as an example. But on their tax return, they only report $2,000. So what they're saying to themselves, they're thinking, well, I'm outsmarting the government because I'm only going to report $2,000, but they're making $4,000. But what is happening, what they're not realizing is that 50% that they're discounting is going to affect them in the future because their Social Security wages is going to be lower. It's going to be lower. And sometimes people don't realize this until they get to a point in time in life where they get to 60 and then they realize they get their statement from the Social Security Administration, or they check with the Social Security Administration and they realize that, wow, I don't have enough into the system. You know, and this is a sad reality I'm sharing with you. It's a sad reality because at that time you get to 60 years old, you can't make up for that 20 or 25 years where you thought you were outsmarting the government. So that's one of the things that's happening. So just to continue, just for you to know the rest of the formula. The next part, it's 90% of the first $856. And then it's 32% of the average monthly earnings over $856. 32% of the average monthly earnings over $856 up to $5,157. And then 15% of the average monthly earnings over $5,157. So I'm just sharing that formula with you. I'm not expecting you to be an expert on it, but just to show you that there is a formula. So it's not like it takes John or Mary and someone will say, oh my gosh, it discriminates against Mary or it discriminates against John. In all honesty, it doesn't discriminate against anyone. It's the formula. And the formula is what it is. So it doesn't take your age, your sex, your race, national. It does not take any of that into consideration. So for those of the people out there who says, well, oh, this was biased against me and this was planned against me. No, that's not true. I am here to tell you that is not true. It goes with the formula. Okay, so you can take that to the bank. Well, the clock on the wall is telling me that I got to take a commercial break. So I thank you for staying. I want you to stick and stay. We will be back on the other side. Thank you. Stick and stay. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for sticking and staying with us. This is Hubert McIntosh, your CPA, a member of SOFA. SOFA, the Society for Financial Awareness, with one goal: to help eradicate financial illiteracy in America, one community at a time. And I've joined with SOFA so I can start with this community. So thank you for joining us. It's Sunday night. We are in Sunday school. Please make sure you have your pen and you have your paper. We're going to go deeper dive so that you can get a full understanding. Well, not necessarily a full understanding, because there's just so much that we can share in a 60-minute segment. You know, we're giving you some top level answers, top level. You know, if you have further questions, you know, you can call us 754-366-7311, 754-366-7311. You can email us, support@financialliteracy.info, support@financialliteracy.info. You can visit us on the web, financialliteracy.info, financialliteracy.info. There's a comment page there. You can make your comments. You can ask questions. We're here to serve you. We're here to serve you. So help us to serve you better. Okay? And when you go on the website, you can also, it takes you, there's a direct link to Facebook and a direct link to Twitter. And you can make your comments there, and you can also like us. All right? Thank you. So we're going further. There's another terminology you're going to hear regarding Social Security, and it's called full retirement age. Sometimes it's known as FRA, F-R-A. But whenever you see F-R-A, it's talking about full retirement age. So let's explain that. You know, the FRA is the age an individual first becomes eligible for full unreduced benefits, depends on year of birth. What does that mean? Remember, this thing started, the FRA, for those born in 1960. Just giving an example. For those born in 1960 or later is 67. That's the full retirement age for people who born 60 or later. Full retirement age is 67. But reduced benefits can begin at 62. Sometimes you'll hear someone says they are going to take their Social Security at age 62. Anytime you hear that, you know that person or those persons are taking a deduction. They are taking a hit because the full retirement age is 67. So if you're taking it prior to 67, there will be some reduction. And sometimes that is also confusing because people don't realize that they're going to take a deduction. And sometimes as a financial advisor, this is even shocking, where I'll hear someone say, well, oh, I don't care, I'm just going to take it. Oh my gosh, sometimes you hear that and you squirm. It makes you squirm, because how can someone just decide to just make such a decision without even getting an evaluation? You have resources. You have resources on the internet. You have organizations like SOFA. You have our organization, Financial Literacy. We have joined with SOFA to provide these benefits, so people can get this information without any cost, because what we are providing, it's totally complimentary, and we're willing to help anyone calculate their benefits. What would be the difference if they take it at 62? But a lot of times people just take the lazy route and just says, you know what, I'm just going to take it at 62. I don't care. And here's the other part. Here's the other part. Oh, I don't know how long am I gonna live. Really? That's the decision people are taking. Well, I don't know how long I'm gonna live, so I'm just gonna take it at 62 without doing any calculation. And that is just the shocking part, for us as CPAs and financial advisors, to see that people are making those decisions without any factual basis, stuff like that. So at 62, the individual is expected to live to receive 60 to receive 60 months of additional benefit, and 70% of monthly benefits are received. Do you hear what I just said? If you take it at 62, you're only getting 70% of the amount you'd have gotten at 67. So you're taking it. So you're taking a 30% haircut without any substantiation or stuff like that. And there are going to be reasons I'm going to share with you where sometimes it's beneficial for someone to take it at 62. But it's just sad and scary to know that people are making these decisions and not knowing what the actual numbers would be. So just to give you an idea, if someone takes it at 62, they're getting like 70% of their full retirement amount. Yeah, 70%. So if you take it at 62, I'm just going to give you some further. 62 and 6 months is 72 and a half, 63, 75%. 65, someone whose full retirement age is 67. If they take it at 65, they are getting like 86.7%. And here's the part. Wow. So a 65-year-old male, let's take a 65-year-old male who's getting 86.75%. Do you know that his spousal benefits reduce to 41.7%? So here it is, you have a married couple and you're taking a reduction and not realizing you're not just affecting yourself, you're affecting your spouse. So you see how irresponsible we could be at times, whereas we're taking a benefit because we're just thinking of ourselves. And sometimes we don't think about the fact that we may be affecting our spouse. But to understand this fully, as I said, there are resources out there. You have organization like SOFA. We are coming directly to you. So you have direct access to us. You can join us on the web, financialliteracy.info. You can call us directly, 754-366-7311, 754-366-7311. You can email us support@financialliteracy.info, and we will share some of these with you, direct questions that you have, so that you're aware of the decisions you're making. Okay? All right. Another confusing topic, and sometimes the great misconception. People heard or they hear that, well, Social Security is not taxable. You have heard that, right? Social Security is not taxable. But I'm here to tell you that's not necessarily true. Sometimes Social Security is not taxable. But a lot of times, Social Security is taxable. So I'm going to give you some formula again. So get out your pen. Get back out your pen, yes, and put it on paper. Because I want you to write these down. And then when you have questions, you can give us a call and we'll talk to you about your specific situation. So when when is Social Security taxable? All right, remember now, what we are sharing with you again, you are still now in the top 10 percentile. 90% of people in America don't know what I'm about to share with you. Yes, 90%. So give yourself a round of applause. Pat yourself on the back, because you are gonna be in the top 10 percentile. So you can do the dance. Do the dance. Do the dance. You can do the dance. You can do the dance. Okay? All right. So what is it saying? As an individual, combined income, if your income is between $25,000 and $34,000, $25,000 and $34,000, up to 50% of your Social Security benefits are taxable. Yes, up to 50%. But here's the other confusing part about that. People hear that number and they say, oh, well, I'm good. I can make between 25 and 34,000. But here's the thing. Do you know that included in that 25 and 34,000, the government calculates 50% of the Social Security benefits? So let me explain that. Let me break that down, because that is confusing sometimes. So suppose you're getting $20,000 for Social Security. You're getting $20,000 for Social Security, and you have another job that you are getting $20,000 also. So you hear me say, well, between 25 and 34,000 is taxable up to 50%. So you start dancing and you're doing the dance and you say, well, you're home free. No, you're not home free yet. Let's do the calculation. That $20,000 is your earned income. But to calculate the combined income, they're going to take 50% of the Social Security benefits. So if the Social Security benefits is 20,000, they're taking 50% of that, which is 10,000, and then they're going to add the 10,000 to the job, the W-2 income. So your combined income is now $30,000. And remember what I said, between 25,000 and 34,000 is taxable 50%. Are you like, oh my gosh, Hubert, you're confusing me? All right, let me clear it up. Your combined income is 30,000. And since 30 is higher than 25, that $5,000 will be taxable. The idea is not to make you an expert. It's just to let you realize that if you have other income, your Social Security can be taxable. But if you don't have any other income, you don't have to be concerned about that, because your Social Security will never be taxable. If you don't have any other income but Social Security, then your income will never be taxable. But remember what I shared with you at the beginning of the program. I am truly hoping that you are planning to have more income than your Social Security income, because if you are having just Social Security income, I already told you that Social Security was established so that to avoid the poverty level. And I really hope this community that I am talking to this evening, as we provide financial literacy, I am really, really hoping that's not your plan. If your plan is just to be at the poverty level, then wow, oh my gosh, then this show is not serving its purpose, because that it just shows then you're not being educated. So we are hoping to correct that, okay? Where we'll be able to brag that this community, will not fall into that statistics that 76% are financially illiterate. We are hoping to blow that statistics out of the water, and where we can say in our community, we are financially literate. And things that we don't know, we have resources. Yes, you have resources. You can come to financialliteracy.info, financialliteracy.info. You can email support@financialliteracy.info, support@financialliteracy.info. You can call. Oh my gosh. Nowadays, it is so hard. It is so hard to get a number to call. You know, a client sent me something today. Whereas she chose some accounting software, and with the accounting software, you can send it to your accountant, and the accountant can receive it and they can work on your books. The client sent it to me, and then there was a little glitch. And I went on the site for the company. Would you believe the support? There was no phone number for support. I had to email the support, and the support respond. Yes, it responded immediately back to the email. And it says, we will respond to you within 48 hours. Can you imagine that? We will respond to you within 40. And that's just an email. There was no phone support. But what are we doing? We are providing you with phone support. So you have email support, you have web support, you have Facebook support, you have Twitter support, and you have phone support. 754-366-7311. Okay? So thanks again. All right, we'll continue. Here is another one that is so gonna shock a lot of you. Sometimes you have people who are married and they file separately. And you're like, well, not many people do that. No, I'm gonna tell you, you'll be surprised. And I'm gonna also share with you when it's most common. Take two people who are going through their second marriage. They may have been married 20, 25 years or whatever, and they're now either divorced or their spouse is dead or whatever it is. But now they are going into their second marriage. So take a 60-year-old. Take two people who are 60-year-old. Let's just use that as an example. And because one person may have amassed some assets in their previous marriage or whatever, and the second one may have amassed some. So what they're deciding to do now is that they're joining together in marriage. They're joining together in marriage, but they have some arrangements that there are other affairs. They're not going to join together. So the wife says, you keep your account, I keep my account. The husband says, you keep your account, I keep my account. So what happens now? So they decide now. So they have established, so they're going to file married filing separately. Okay? And that's working fine. That's working fine for them because they don't have any problem. But guess what happened now? They get to where they start taking Social Security. But remember, they always heard that Social Security is not taxable. But here's what the tax law says. If two people decide to file married filing separately, do you remember that statistics I gave you earlier, that formula that between 25 and 34,000 a portion of the Social Security is taxable? Guess what? if the person is married filing separately, the Social Security, 100% of the Social Security is taxable. Yes, 100%. 100% of the Social Security is taxable. So I just want you to be aware of that. I want you to be aware of that. Okay? So we're going to do a little exercise. Yes. Get your pen, get your paper. We're going to do a little exercise and share with you what's happening when someone is doing retirement planning. Because with retirement planning, with two people, sometimes with one person, yes, it's less complicated. But you have husband and wife, there has to be some calculation where sometimes one can delay their benefit and so forth. One can claim at age 62, one can claim at age 65, one can claim at full retirement age. So what am I saying with all of that? I'm not going to bore you with the numbers. But I'm just letting you know that when you are reaching such stage, it's always well and good to get financial advice, so that any good financial planners, and there are a lot of good financial planners out there, you have even websites that you can get this. But any good financial planner will be able to look at your situation and just show you the comparison. What if one person started at 62, another person started at 67, and then you will have a full analysis. Because like a couple come to us, we can take that couple's situation and we can give them a retirement plan so they know exactly. They don't have to wonder. They know exactly what their income will be at 65, 66, 67. They know exactly. And what peace of mind. Isn't that great peace of mind when you can know exactly what your income is going to be, instead of what I see, a lot of people are just wishing on a prayer. Yeah, they're just wishing and hoping that they're gonna be able to meet their needs. But you have heard me say this before. And I'm gonna repeat it again. Hope is not a strategy. Hope is not a strategy. So I really hope, yes, I am hoping, I really hope that none of you out there are just sitting and hoping, because hope is not a strategy. Okay? So let's talk about lifetime income sources. Social Security is a lifetime income source. So we are not saying that it's not a lifetime income source. That's not our argument. We are not arguing that it's not a lifetime income. But then again, it's also debatable, because the data that's out there now, it's saying that's by 2020. Wow, we are in 2017. In a very short 3 years from now, the Social Security Trust Fund will be operating at a negative. Yes, a negative, in the sense, what do I mean in a negative? It means that more money will be going out than what's coming in. So I want you guys to think about that. And because there are other things that people can do to help their lifetime income. Some people are fortunate that they may have a pension plan, a defined benefit pension plan, whether they were with the government or a company that provide defined benefit plan. Some people may have opened and created an annuity. On another show, we're going to talk about annuity because that is also a confusing topic. We're not going to speak about annuity tonight, but we will speak about annuity in the future. Okay. So just stick and stay for that one. We will let you know when we will be speaking about annuities, because annuities are a very good option to help with lifetime income. You have annuities that can stretch to where you continue to get income until you die. But that's a deeper topic which we're not going to go into tonight. So I hope you have gotten something about Social Security. Remember, as I said, it was top level. If there's a specific question that you have, please don't hesitate to contact us. You can call us directly, 754-366-7311, 754-366-7311. You can email us, support@financialliteracy.info, support@financialliteracy.info. And you can visit us on the web, financialliteracy.info, financialliteracy.info. You can make your comments. You can ask questions. You can give us your feedback. So we're here for you. So help us to serve you. So we want to thank you for joining us tonight. Remember, next week's topic, we're gonna talk about Medicare and you. Medicare and you. So I want to thank you for joining us. This is Hubert McIntosh, your CPA and a member of SOFA. We're with you every Sunday night from 9 to 10 p.m. So we just thank you for joining us. And we will be seeing you next week. Have a good evening.
Financial literacy with Hubert McIntosh on Waves 1170 has come to an end. Don't be mad.
She'll be back next week
On
www.waves1170.com.
Hubert McIntosh is a member of the Society for Financial Awareness, www.sofausa.org,
Promotional consideration provided by
LifelineTax.com, the Remap Accounting Firm, the Wealth Management and Distribution Group, and the McIntosh Insurance Agency.
Financial Literacy on Waves 1170 AM
Is a digital media production by Hubert McIntosh.